Um,
Kind of like dressed for the occasion. I have a Halloween sweater on.
well, fortunately, only we can see it. The viewers won't.
Well, we can still see each other. So, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. There was like a hat day one time where Paige dressed up as Alex.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that was definitely pre-planned.
Hmm.
Uh,
It helps that you wore the same outfit 2 days in a row.
I don't know if you've noticed, but every single day of season 3, I've been having some sort of plaid.
I genuinely have not noticed.
I respect that.
Thank you. So to start the game, both sides will roll a d20. Now, to roll dice, if you go
I'll take that, Paige.
to the left
Yeah.
side, where it's got the dice up there,
Mhm.
the second button from the bottom, if you hover over that, it'll bring up like all the different dice, and you can just click on the one you want to do. So d20 to start. If you want to go first, you just need to beat a 5. There you go. So you will begin. Now, what we do for Brooms Up is both sides will roll 1d6 at a time, and you'll move one character at a time until the quaffle gets picked up. So that's right here.
Okay.
I will add, before we get too far in, the things that are happening on the field, because there's a lot. That's all like the new stuff for this season. So these colored spaces, these are the plays. To use a play, you need to cover all the spaces of the same color with the proper people. And if you're wondering what the proper people are, underneath the field, there's a little cheat sheet there with the names of the different plays and what you need to do each one. So, for example, the royal blue ones, that's Stuff the Turkey. It's a Thanksgiving related play. To do it, you need to have 3 chasers on those spaces and holding a quaffle. What happens then is you get a really good shot at the goal. You basically roll a d10. You just have to get higher than the number of plays you've attempted. So on your first one, you just have to get higher than a 1, and you'll score. Even if you don't get higher than a 1, like if you get the 1 and you don't score, you still get the added perks that come with it. So once you've done Stuff the Turkey, you get +1 strength to any 3 characters on your team of your choice. So each of the plays have different stats that you can add to your players. There are 9 different colors on the field, and you can use each color once in the game. So you could, in theory, do up to 9 different plays and get like a whole shitload of stats. No one's done it yet, but feel free to go for it. Yeah. There is something called the Swiss Chalet Festive Special, which must be referred to as such. If you start saying festive special, we keep track of who breaks the Swiss Chalet Festive Special rule and refers to it in slang or short form. Basically, what it allows you to do, you can use it twice in the game, and it allows you to move the last person you need to finish a play for free. So if, for example, you had 2 of the 3 people ready for Stuff the Turkey, but you couldn't get that last person onto that last space during that turn, you can use the Swiss Chalet Festive Special to instantly move someone to that space. Now you have to use the Swiss Chalet Festive Special either at the beginning of your turn before you roll for your movement, or at the end of your turn before you roll for your Seeker. If you use it at the beginning of your turn, the people who are involved in this the play that you used it on, they cannot move for the rest of the turn. And if you use it at the end of your turn, and this is probably very confusing, but if you use it at the end of your turn, you can't move those people who were involved in that play on your next turn. So you just think of it as you ordered the Swiss Chalet Festive Special, they've all eaten their quarter chicken dinner, and now they are very tired and lethargic, so they need to wait for a whole turn before they can start moving again.
Okay, so they're in a turkey coma.
Yes.
There's a lot of thought put into the realism of this game.
Yeah, of course.
As there should be.
This game is as real as it gets.
When you use the Swiss Chalet Festive Special, when you're rolling to see if you score or not, you'll actually use a D12 instead of a D10, so there's a higher chance that you'll actually be able to score.
Okay.
So that's good. The other piece that's on the board are all these spaces that are the ice. Ice, when you step on the ice, you slide across So I'm just going to move Quirrell for a second. I'll move him back after. If Quirrell started here, let's say you rolled a 3, he could go 1 space to get here. 2 space would have him slide all the way across the ice to here, and then 3. So it allows for you to go a little bit faster. However, every time you use ice, Victoria or I will roll a D100. If you get anything other than a 1, you're safe. It's a good safe slide. If you get a 1 though, the person slipped on the ice, cracked their head open, and died. And by that, we just mean they fall off their broom and they go back to hoops and they can't move for the rest of that turn.
Okay, so it's like a nat 1
Yes.
when played. Okay.
Yeah. So it has happened a few times, but there's like a 1% chance that you'll die.
It happened 3 times in the last game I played.
It happened to one person back to back. So,
Oh, no.
that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
First loss. Okay.
It's just when you slide, you can't change direction. So like the direction,
Yeah, that makes sense.
direction you go onto the ice, you keep going until you either reach the next open space, or if there's someone in the way, you stop at them. And then there are certain actions you can and can't do while you slide. So you can pass or receive a pass, you can shoot, you can beat. There's some other stuff, but we'll talk about that as it comes up. So that way we don't just bog you down with exposition now. So you're going first. So you just roll 1d6 and you move one person for now until the quaffle gets picked up.
Do you have to choose my person before rolling?
No.
Nope.
You go ahead
Okay,
and roll and then figure out what you want to do with it after.
Okay, well.
And anytime you go across ice, just say that you're sliding, so we never roll the D100.
Okay. I'm going across ice.
You're safe.
Perfect. All right. Paige and Valerie.
Go ahead,
Alright.
Paige.
Round
Wait,
0,
what?
that's even.
Oh, I mean, a 0 is technically neither an even nor an odd number.
Okay. But for purposes, it comes before an odd number.
That is true, yes.
All right. Back to Andrea.
I'll
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
Whew.
Can I grab and continue movement or no?
Not
Once you pick up the quaffle, movement changes a little bit.
Yeah. So normally you can, but when we do brooms up, it just goes until you pick up the quaffle, and then you stop in the quaffle space, and then we start regular play. So you can go ahead and move Quirrell to the quaffle.
Okay.
I think these are set to the front. Yeah, okay. So now that the quaffle's been picked up, we start regular play. So
Okay.
what you do on a regular turn is you'll roll 3d6, and then with those 3d6, you'll move 3 different people. You can't add together your 3 dice.
Okay.
You pick 3 different people to move the 3 spaces.
Like, regardless of whether or not they're on the board, like here, like further along. Like, I can move any of the ones on the line.
Yeah, you can pick anyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except for your seeker. Your seeker comes into play after round 5, but we'll talk about that then. Just don't worry about your seeker for now. Oh, so if you hover over that button on the side where it says D6 and you go across to where it says 3 after it, it'll actually roll 3d6 at the same time for you.
Okay. So I'll roll the 2 so that it adds up to. Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
So now
And
you
then
can
I
move,
had a 4 for the other one.
you can move one person 4, one person 2, and one person 3.
They all have to be different people. And one special thing about keepers, if you give them one of your dice rolls, they can only do that. But if you don't use a dice roll on your keeper, they get 1 free space of movement after you have moved all of the players for dice.
Perfect. Good to know.
And if you ever want to pass the quaffle, or any ball really, normally it's just like you can pass freely, like you don't have to roll anything unless there's an opponent in the way. But passes can normally be up to 6 spaces in between the two people. But if the character who's passing has either has an accuracy modifier, you can add or subtract that to the 6. So if someone's got +2 accuracy, then they can pass up to 8 spaces away. If someone has -1 accuracy, it's only 5 spaces away, or space between. Sorry.
Okay.
You can also yeet balls into random empty spaces. You don't actually have to pass them to a receiving player.
Okay. Cool. I think my turn is done.
Perfect. Yep. All looks good. You moved your keeper. That's good. Paige and Valerie.
Right. So it's round 1.
This is round 1. Yes.
Okay.
Woohoo. I'm gonna go and.
Yeah, Bem could go up and attempt to steal.
All right. Send in the crusher.
All right. So
Bem BP.
what happens here is Bem is trying to tackle Quirrell. So whenever there is a tackle, the person who is tackling, well, you'll both roll a d10. The person tackling will add any strength, and the person defending will add any agility. So in this case, Bem has +3 strength. Quirrell has +2 agility. So both sides roll d10.
Dang.
That's 9. Again.
Oh, damn.
So that is a successful tackle. So Bem will take the ball. Quirrell just stays where he is.
Boom. Roasted.
And that was 5 spaces, so he still has 1 more space of movement.
Let's see who can pass to anyone strategically. Who's down in the bottom there here?
Katie? She can't get far enough out to pass to her, but you could pass, yeet back. Oh, I guess if she went up here rather than straight out.
Yeah. Although there is a lot of nice ice down in that bottom section. So maybe we yeet it to her.
Yeah.
Like for her getting swiftly to the other side.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So she could move up here and then slide next turn, and we could just yeet down to yonder.
Okay. I'll take yonder yeet for 1.
Which gives us a 1. We could pull out Dean or Karkaroff. We can't touch Lockhart because he has the -1 speed.
Okay. Let's take Dean.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull with our little bonus move on the keeper. Oh, yeah.
All right. That is the
All right.
end of round 1. So Andrea, it's back to you.
Okay. So now it's
3d6 again. Yeah.
3.
Oh, that's a good one.
If you ever roll triples, you get a bonus. So if let's say you had 3 5s, you get to move a 4th person 5 spaces as well. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
But if you roll 3 1s, you get to move 4 people 1 space, which is fantastic.
That's the Matt special.
Yes.
Can you guys hear my brother yelling at video games downstairs?
Just a tiny bit, kind of like an echo in the background.
Yeah. It's nondescript.
Yeah, because the vent
Sound.
from the basement is literally right by my feet, and so it's coming right up to me. I get a front row seat to this.
Oh, I got that growing up too, except it was my dad in his workshop and I would hear him swearing.
Okay.
All right. PatrOWNus. Oh, at any time, if the other team tries shooting at your hoops, You get to move your keeper 2 spaces for free to either try to get in the way or get in a good position. So that's
Okay,
something.
so I think we'll start off giving Katie just one step across the ice. So give us a slide, please.
You're safe.
Nice. Okay.
Thanks.
And then we don't want to walk it past Coral, so we could pass back up to Ben and have Ben carry it further up.
Uh-huh.
I'm just thinking about where exactly he would carry to. Ooh, okay, I have a plan. So we're going to pass to Ben, and then we want to use the 5 on Ben, and we're going to head towards the lower hoop. How does that sound, Paige?
Yeah, let's do it.
So 1, 2 is a slide.
Safe.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
3,
Yeah, do it.
4, 5 is a slide.
Safe.
And then we would like to attempt a shot on bottom hoop.
All right. So Andrea, you're being shot at, so you can move Grigorovich 2 spaces. So when someone shoots on the hoop, that's perfect. If basically when they'll roll a d10 and they will subtract the number of spaces that's between them and the hoop. If there's any opposing characters along that line, they'll subtract a specific amount for each. So for the keeper, they're going to subtract 3. And then if they have any accuracy modifiers, they add or subtract that, which Ben has -1 accuracy, so he will subtract 1. Now, if you weren't able to get in the way of the shot, so you weren't able to get in front of it, but you were able to be beside the hoop, you would actually roll a d4, and then they would subtract that number instead. So right now, Bem is 3 spaces away, so he'll subtract 3. Grigorovich is in the way, so he'll subtract 3 more. And then his accuracy is -1, so he'll subtract another 1. So that's 7, which means they have to get a 7 or higher on a d10 in order to score. So, and that misses.
Not quite.
So when there's a miss, the ball lands directly behind the hoop from the direction it was shot. So that'll just go there.
If we had gotten the shot, however, it would have gone directly to your keeper. So there are cases where if your keeper cannot get in the way of the shot and cannot reach the hoop to obscure the shot in any way, sometimes it's just better to use the 2 movement to get them in position to pass the quaffle out to someone with the assumption that the other team is going to make the shot.
But sometimes that screws you over, because if you move further away and they miss, and then you have to go all the way back down to where they missed to get it, and you can't keep the quaffle in your keeper zone for more than 2 turns. At the end of your second turn, if the quaffle's still there, we will randomly yeet it out of the keeper zone. So,
Okay.
So we've moved Katie 1 so far. We could. There's really not a whole lot else to do with her down there. Unless, like, she has to take either the 2 or the 3, or, abandon 1 or 2 spots of movement. I was thinking maybe we give Dean the 3 and start moving him up towards that bludger.
Yeah, let's get some more folks moving forward.
1, 2, 3 would be a slide.
You're safe.
Nice.
And we have a 2 left?
The 2 is left, so Katie moved 1 space already. So, I mean, we could slide back across the ice with it if we wanted to and get her closer to the hoop.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure. Okay, we're going to do another slide here.
Are you now? You're safe.
We survived. I did that once and died. That was fun. Like, I'm going to do an unnecessary slide because I have extra movement. Dies. All right, and do we want to move Madame Pomfrey just there?
Yeah.
Cool. We're done.
All right, that is the end of round 2. Andrea, you are up.
Oh, I was so close.
The same role we had before.
Okay. So if I were to move Grigorievich to grab the bludger, the quaffle,
Yeah.
Would he stop there? Or could I move him one more?
It would be however many spaces are on the dice. So it takes you 3 spaces to get to the quaffle, and then you would pick it up, and then you can move either your 4th or your 5th space, depending on which dice you choose.
It's only in the first one.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
if
the
you
race.
pick up a ball, you can just keep moving through.
Okay, cool.
So you can pick up and run.
So I will pick up and then move here.
Okay. So first, which way did you go? Because
I was right in front.
Yeah.
I was right here, and then I went 1, 2, 3, and then 4.
Oh, we can't actually see where if you click and like shift them around, we can't see that
Okay,
kind
so
of hovering movement.
Sorry, I was right in front here, so click and hold,
Yep.
and then I went here.
Okay, so
Here.
that would first put you here. So we just whenever you go across ice, we just need to like check for like the sliding.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, I have to refresh the page. You might have to.
Okay,
do that.
I'll roll this one. Okay, so that's 1 good ice, and then so that's 2, and then 3 would put you over to here with the ball.
Yep.
Which would involve a second slide across the ice.
That's good.
And then 4, I want to move up 1 more. Like,
Okay.
right.
And if you want to move the person with the ball, you can actually like click and drag a square over both of them, like the ball and the person, and then you can move them together, like just to select both of them at the same time.
And then what do you have to do to throw the ball?
To pass the
Just
ball,
have to be in a straight line.
there has to be a straight line
you'd like to
between
throw it to.
the person with the ball and the person you want to pass it to. Grigorievich has -1 accuracy, so they're the most spaces in between Grigorievich and the person you're passing to is 5.
Okay.
So if you wanted to pass it straight out, you could pass it as far as there.
This line, this line, this line, and yeah, like Valerie indicated, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could get one to here. So if one of your other chasers got into that space, or into this space, or into this space, you'd be good.
Yeah, I think Mandy Brocklehurst there looks like she's the closest.
Yeah. And do I have to move it the full 5 or no?
No, you can pass like closer if you want to.
Okay.
It's just 5 is like the maximum that Grigorievich can pass with his -1 accuracy.
Okay. I'm going to move the ball.
And people can also receive passes mid-slide. So if you were to step through this space with Mandy, or anyone really, she could get a pass from Grigorievich as she's sliding.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I need the dice roll.
For the ice?
Yeah.
Okay. Victor, are you back in?
Yeah, sorry, it's been really slow.
Safe?
Barely.
Oh yeah, that's close.
So are you moving Mandy for this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 spaces would get her to here, because you'd go through that space. And then you can do the other parts of it.
Um,
I think you have a 5 left.
so I just passed by this. Can I, because it's a chaser, I can't really do anything. Can I?
Yeah, the chaser can't pick up the bludger, so it just kind of stays there.
Correct. Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
So there is an option of just like being in the way. So if you have a player who cannot handle that ball and they want to stay on the space that the ball is in just so that the other team can't pick it up, that is a viable move. However, you cannot stand on the ball with that player 2 turns in a row, so you are obligated to remove them from that spot on your next turn.
Okay.
And you can move Grigorovich 1 space if you'd like. Actually, wait, no, you can't.
No, I can't
because,
because
yeah.
I already used it.
Good.
Yeah, I
See, this is a trick question. Absolutely, this is a trick question.
Yeah, totally.
Sure.
Okay. PatrOWNus, you are up.
Urge.
That's me. I'm the odd one.
This is true.
Well, thank you for that.
I take pride in being the odd one. My brother used it as an insult for years, and now I'm like, fine, I'm the crazy one. I'm cool with it.
Okay, so we're going for the strategy of get more ball.
Yes.
Solid strategy in the game of Quidditch where there are many balls.
So we could give the 3 to Dean. That would get him to that bottom bludger, assuming he doesn't die on the ice.
Oh, bold assumption.
Which would also coincidentally dump him right beside the quaffle.
Oh, for a little pow pow.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, we're sliding past this ball here.
Are you now?
Safe.
Yes. And we're gonna try and beat the old Mandy Brocklehurst.
All right. So for beats are similar to tackles, except the person beating will add any accuracy they have. The person defending adds agility. Now, in this case, Mandy is holding a quaffle, so it's easier for her to deflect the shot. So you'll also add 2 for that. So
It's like
So
a
you add
dodgeball.
2 above her agility bonus?
Yes.
Or, okay.
So they stack.
Gotcha.
So Dean doesn't have any accuracy, so Peyton Valerie will just roll a d10. Since you have the +2 agility and you're holding a quaffle, you will add 4 to your d10.
Okay.
So both sides roll d10. Oh, so this is good.
14.
So that is a miss by the person beating. So what happens is that works out to 14. So the bludger misses by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So basically it overshoots by however many is the difference. Now in this case it would land on ice. So there's a whole bunch of stuff happening right now. If it lands on ice, it basically slides to the next open spot. So it lands there. Now because you got a perfect 10, that is a critical success, which means you dodged it so well that you caused Dean to fall off his broom.
Cool.
So Dean has gone back to hoops. Now the opposite, if either of you rolled a 1, you'd cause yourself to fall off your broom for a critical failure.
So it's just like D&D rules.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's fine with me. I understand that. If you explain it in D&D, I got it.
Perfect.
We should start by asking who plays D&D before we try and go in detail.
That's yeah.
All right, well, there goes our 3. I say we give the 6 to Lockhart. He has a -1 speed, so he can move 5. we could get him to whichever of these lovely 3 triangulated bludgers he can get closest to, because I don't think he could pick any of them up. He can slide on ice though if you feel like doing that.
Yeah, maybe let's put him here because he's just as far away, and that way we have options.
Yeah.
So we'd like to slide here.
You safe?
These are very low D100 rolls.
Lockhart's memory charm did not.
Maybe foreshadowing something? Something spicy?
All right, what do you think about palm free? Maybe take your.
We still have that one. So I say we move Karkaroff to the other side of the goal line because he hasn't done anything yet.
Where is Karkaroff?
He's up by the top.
Oh, there, yeah. Boom. Okay, and I'm still gonna move palm free down in this.
Yeah.
Oh, they've got another chaser up here.
Well, I mean, we have a beater and 3 bludgers right there.
Yeah, true. And the other person has the ball now, so yeah, I think I'm gonna take Pomfrey down to kind of cover these bottom 2.
Yeah.
All set.
All right. Cool. That is the end of round 3. Andrew, you are up. Now, since we're talking D&D terms, if you were to step into an adjacent space if Mandy, for example, here, if she were to step into an adjacent space to one of the other team's chasers, they would get an opportunity tackle on you.
Okay.
And similarly, if you were to walk into an adjacent space to one of their beaters when they have a bludger, they get an opportunity beat on you.
Okay.
The one thing that doesn't happen though is if a beater cannot get an opportunity beat on another beater.
Okay.
Just because then we would never have tackles on beaters.
Gotcha.
Did someone just roll actual dice?
No, but I had actual dice, but I thought that we wouldn't be able to play it because then you guys wouldn't be able to tell if you're cheating or not.
True.
Fair.
I mean,
thought I heard a
just
dice
send
roll.
a picture every single time. You could still conceivably like set them up in whatever formation you wanted, but like still be amusing if we just got a picture of dice every time someone rolled.
That would be like, I can show receipts.
Matt sends a screenshot every time.
With a timestamp.
I wish the people at work brought receipts. That would make the returns easier.
Okay. And then I can move.
Antonin Dolhov and Anthony Goldstein both have -1 speed. So they can't actually go that far.
What do you mean?
So
3. Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, so it either adds or subtracts whatever their speed is to the dice you're assigning to them.
So
That's why earlier we mentioned that we can't give a 1 to Lockhart because Lockhart has -1 speed, so if we gave him a 1, he just would go nowhere.
So then he can only move 2.
I mean, I guess we could do it, but it would be a
Be a waste of a good
Choice.
one.
Yeah.
Fixed
I'm
it.
not wasting my hard-earned one on that.
Paige and Valerie.
All right. Is that a me turn?
No, it's a me turn.
Oh. I felt
I
like
got
I
a 1, a
moved
2, and a
along.
3.
That doesn't get you any
All
bonus.
right.
Yahtzee.
This is not.
Okay, well, to start off with, we could give the 3 to Lockhart, get him to this bludger. And we could chuck it down here, and maybe Dean could pick it up.
Okay.
Unless we wanted him, or we could just hang on to it with Lockhart so that he has one in hand, because Dean wouldn't be able to pick it up until next turn anyway.
Or we could go right down, slide, like pick it up and slide here. Try and beat Dolahov.
He has -1 speed, he can't do that.
Oh, shoot, yeah. Wait, 1. Oh.
We only have a 3-page.
We just talked about this. Okay, let's do it. Let's just get something for the sake of having it.
Alright, well, he's going to use the 3 to walk himself down here so that he has something in his hands and feels useful for once in his life.
I think we might need to play a little bit of defense here.
Yeah,
Let's set some people up in front of the nets if we're gonna.
we could give the 2 to Katie and put her here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you want to give the 1 to Karkaroff and go right in front, and then put Poppy in the middle.
I kind of almost prefer to keep Humphrey where she is, because at least then she can touch 2 different hoops.
Okay.
And
If we put her in the middle, she can get in front of both hoops. Actually, yeah, they're gonna
but
kind of
still,
come down
like
the middle.
the random roll with the D4, we could conceivably get a 4, which would be better than a 3, which would be what she would
True.
be automatically assigned if she was in the way.
I thought it was a weird loophole.
It's fine.
It was intentional, I swear.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we can just move Karkaroff, the one up yonder there.
Okay, and we'll keep Poppy there.
Yeah.
All right, that is the end of round 4. Now this is the last round before the snitch arrives, and we'll kind of go over that once it happens.
If they have a player in front of a goal, does that count as like kind of the keeper rule or no?
Different players are assigned different values for the amount of blockage they pose.
So if the keeper's there, it's a +3. If it's a chaser, it's +2, and if it's a beater or the seeker, it's +1.
Okay, cool.
People are rolling so much better than us tonight.
Get good, Valerie.
Never.
See, obviously, Alex and I have rigged this. We get new people into the game, give them good rolls so they can go far in the tournament, and then
Get them
that's how we
addicted during
wrap up.
season 1, and then they can't leave because they've sold their souls.
Mhm.
It's part of our recruitment strategy.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't forget, Denise's dad is the CEO of 20.
Yeah, that does help.
We've got a little pull there.
But does he serve us, or does he just serve Denise?
Dice roll, please.
You're safe.
Slip sliding away.
Denise and her father were on bad terms on the day of the finals, which is why they lost.
Do you have
Had
to
nothing to do with
shoot
my
directly
skills.
left,
Pardon?
or can you shoot from an angle?
You can shoot from
Yep.
an angle, you just have to be in a straight line to the hoop.
Okay, perfect, cool.
In fact, you could even shoot from behind the hoop.
Ooh.
I've done that. I think we did that with someone who had like a +3 speed, and then missed, and then ran around and tried again.
Yep.
I think that was in the the chaos game that you cheated at.
that I cheated at.
Yeah. It was when you used the vanishing cabinet to move Colin.
Oh, true. But you allowed it. So, who's at
Ice,
fault?
Ice again?
Oh,
ice
I
roll.
roll.
Safe.
Dun, 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 dun.
Not yet.
I was singing Under Pressure.
Dun, dun, dun,
hmm
dun.
A likely story.
No, this is a Queen.
Andrew, are you done?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
done.
perfect. All right. Paige and Valerie.
Purge.
Ooh, so there's triple twos.
Yeah, we
get
got 4 twos.
4 twos.
Gonna go so far.
Okay. 1. Oh, we can go for a beat with Lance. No. So
I mean, not
slow.
really.
I mean,
Well,
you'd have
We
to
could
beat
give
here.
a 2 to our keeper though, because if she could get her hands on that quaffle,
Yeah,
they
minus
can't take
one.
it back.
Mhm. That's true.
Pomfrey is
And that's not a bad spot.
Sorry. Oh yeah, she has -1.
minus
She can't
one,
make it
so-
that far. However, we could make Karkaroff move, and if he can take it and pass it to Madame Pomfrey.
Yeah. Okay.
Can he pass them at Pomfrey? Not really.
Through Brocklehurst.
I mean,
Sorry.
true. All right, so you're going for a tackle?
Well, yes.
All right. Karkaroff does not have strength, so they'll just roll a d10. Brocklehurst has +2
Ooh.
agility.
agility, plus the quaffle, so that's +4.
Okay. So I roll a 10, d10?
Yep.
Damn it.
Ooh.
Oh.
I mean, you really had to get a
Boom.
d10.
Roasted.
Well, I mean, if you got a d10, it would send both of you back to hoops. But in this case, that was a successful tackle. Igor takes the ball, and Mandy falls off her broom because of the critical success and critical fail.
Okay, yeah. So Karkaroff could move forward into that space and pass down to Pomfrey without having an opportunity tackle happen.
Okay. So Brocklehurst would move straight back to here.
Just dropped her there.
Boink.
Okay. And so that was one of our 2s.
You wanna
Lockhart
slide?
could like yeet the ball down here. Dean could get close to it, and then yeah, Lockhart could just slide over there.
What's that +3 on him? Agility? Oh, he's dodged.
On who? Sorry.
On Lockhart. So when we're tossing the ball here, it doesn't get the.
Agility.
No, only if it lands in the space.
If it lands on it, it slides one further, but it doesn't. So I think it hits this space right in front of Katie.
Yeah.
1, 2,
Because it
Yeah?
sits between.
Oh.
6. Yeah.
And maybe slide down here.
You can attempt it
You may slide.
successfully.
Okay, so that's 2 of us.
2 more 2s. You want to send Dean up too?
Yeah, so Dean can go up and head towards that one.
And
Do we want to move them like up here, sort of, to
Yeah.
become part of the pack a little bit instead of just being off in the netherworld?
He's safe.
Nice. And that was all 4 of our 2s.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. Now that is the end of round 5. Before we go into the secret thing, though, their keeper in their keeper zone is immune, so you can't tackle or beat the keeper when they're in their own zone. So,
Okay.
Pomfrey here cannot be touched right now. So now the snitch arrives. So what happens is Victoria will move the snitch. When the snitch starts off, it's rolling a d10 for movement, and it starts by adding 3. Every turn, it'll subtract 1, so we'll go +3, then +2, +1, +0, -1, and then -2. And then once we get to -2, it's just a flat -2 for movement.
Okay.
It will move in between each team's turn. So you'll go now, and then the snitch will move. Then Paige and Valerie will go, and then the snitch, then you, then the snitch, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Now, how you move your seeker is you'll do your regular 3d6. You won't use one of those dice on your seeker once you've finished all of your team's moves. So that includes your keeper. Like if you want to use your free space movement on your keeper, you can do that. Once you're done all of that, then you'll roll a d6 separately, and that is specifically for your seeker.
Okay.
Seeker plays their own game.
Yeah. In order to catch the snitch, you have to attempt a grab. So a grab, you'd have to be adjacent to the snitch. You can also do something called a lunge grab, where you can actually be up to 1 space away from the snitch. If it's a lunge grab, well, okay, if it's a regular grab, you'll roll a d10 and you'll add your seeker's accuracy, as well as however many rounds have passed since the snitch arrived, up to a maximum of 5. So like right now, if you were to somehow get to the snitch, you'd roll a d10, and show has -1 accuracy, so you'd subtract 1. But if we got to like round 10 and beyond, then you'll add 5 for 5 rounds past, and then subtract 1 for your accuracy, so you'd add 4 at that point.
Okay.
If there's a lunge grab, the snitch will add. Oh, the snitch also rolls a d20, by the way, so it's a bit overpowered.
No, it's not overpowered. I'm just powerful.
Overpowered, but it's easy for the snitch to screw up horribly.
It does happen.
Wait, if it rolls a nat 1, what does it do? Just move.
Cry.
It doesn't fail.
hopes
It
it-
just means that it's very easy for us to do well against
It
it.
hopes that you roll a 1, because if you roll a 1, you fall off your room. If you roll anything but a 1, you've basically won.
Okay, cool.
If it's a lunge grab and you're lunging into the space, so if you were here, for example, and you were lunging into this space to grab the snitch will add 2, because it's easier for the snitch to like have time to like move out of the way. That's kind of the idea there. And the snitch can throw the seekers, and have multiple attempts at throwing the seekers if it wishes. So for that, it would roll a d20, you'd roll a d10, and you'd add agility.
Okay.
So that's how that works. So
And throwing is basically like beating. You fall off your broom and go back to the line.
Okay.
So it is now your turn, so you can go ahead and do your thing.
Need an ice roll, please.
Yep. Sorry. Here we go. Safe.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Negative 6, 2. Okay, and then roll for my seeker, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. 1d6.
Great. Did I fall off my broom?
No, you don't. Not movement.
Movement. You don't worry about falling off your broom.
It just means that you're feeling a little sluggish. You don't move so far, so that's kind of its own punishment.
So you can move.
One spot.
Who's that, Cho?
Yeah.
One.
All right, Snitch will now go. Now the Snitch again rolls a d10 and adds, like, for right now 3. But if at any point the roll ends up being lower than 3, we just bump it back up to 3, just so it moves a little bit.
Sure.
A lot of games would have ended quite quickly if we didn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only for movement, not for when you're trying to grab.
Gotcha.
So I say
The quaff
we
to come to
pass
your end this turn.
back out to Karkaroff, and then move him and Katie onto our position. So he would go 1, 2.
Oh,
Katie
sorry.
would also go 1, 2. And we would like to stuff the turkey.
Oh, okay. So this play is good. We've got 3 chasers on the royal blue spaces, and you have the quaffle, so that's good. This is your first attempt at a play, so you will roll a d10, and you just have to get higher than a 1 to score.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not a miserable failure today.
Cheers to that.
I like the sound effects. It's nice.
So now that's a goal. So the quaffle goes straight to the other keeper.
Cool.
Now, normally, if there was a goal, all of the attacking team's chasers who are past the halfway line would go back to half. However, with the plays or the formations, that doesn't happen. So Bem here can stay.
Okay.
Now, with Stuff the Turkey, they get +1 strength on any 3 characters that they get to choose. So.
Ooh. It can make them an absolute tank.
I am down, yes.
Yeah?
For how long, or for the rest of the game?
The remainder of this game.
Okay.
So, do you want to just give it to the 3 chasers then?
Yeah?
Yeah? Okay. We're going to do Bem, Katie, and Karkaroff, please.
All right, Bem's now at +4 strength. Karkaroff is at +1.
Are you sure? I thought we got plus. Oh, okay.
+1 strength
Cool.
with 3 people.
No, I think I don't know if you might have accidentally said +2, but for some reason my brain was thinking 2.
I meant +1, if I said it.
It's fine.
We can go back and check the recording after.
No, that's cool.
Remember,
That's fine.
52 minutes. It's around there.
Paige, we can hand the 5 over to Lockhart and get him up to the last bludger. It means Dean does not have a bludger in hand, but Lockhart would.
Yeah, I think that's good there. Peter's far enough away from Dean's ball.
Yeah. Okay, and then Karkaroff and Katie both used 3s. It took 2 spaces for them to get where they are, so we can move them 1 more space if we want.
Let's take them upward. Kind of like back down into the play, maybe? Like towards...
I say we move Katie up here, because then she's alongside their chaser in case they try anything.
Smart.
Any funny business going on.
And then we can just bring Karkaroff back here, maybe? Or do you want to move him? Like, he can't really go that far, so.
I think forward movement would be good. Like either forward or down forward.
Okay, like there?
Yeah.
Cool. And then Humphrey, what do we wish to do with her?
I'd either keep her there or put her in between the hoops.
I was almost thinking move her further up.
Sure.
Because we have several other players down here, so we might be okay-ish.
For phrasing, is up to you like towards the opponent, or is up to you like towards the top of the computer?
It is both, interchangeably.
Diagonal.
Right.
Interesting.
I understand.
All right.
Twist.
And then I guess Luna's just moving her 3 spaces outwards. Outwards and upwards. Up the field means towards the opponent. Up, just as a general statement, means towards the top of the board as we see it.
All right.
As in closer to the top hoop.
You mean when you say up,
Yeah,
you're referring
good.
to the 2009 Pixar classic?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the
Clearly.
Willy Wonka up and out.
No.
You guys done your seeker?
Yeah.
Yes, she moved.
Luna's comfy down here. So that's the end of round 6. Snitch is now.
Luna's doing her
2.
thing.
All right, Snitch has moved. So Andrea, you are up.
When attempting to use a bludger, what do you have to do?
You either have to be in an adjacent tile or 1 tile away with a straight line, and just announce who you're beating.
You can
Okay.
be very far away.
Too. You can be any.
That's true.
Basically, just a straight line away from whoever you want to beat. Now, it kind of works the same way as scoring, in the sense that you will subtract the number of spaces between you and the target. However, they will roll a d10 and add their agility, and you will roll and add your accuracy. And if they have a ball, they get to add +2 for blocking.
Yeah, I guess most people don't usually beat from more than 1 space away because your accuracy starts to drop off pretty quickly and the chances of actually successfully beating are less.
But if you would like to do that, we encourage it.
And some of us are bad at math, so like we might not see it coming.
Or we might stop a game and thinking that the game is done and then be like, wait, that's not how math
amazing.
works. We must
That was
restart.
spectacular.
It's not over yet.
We're all low-key bad at math.
I mean, at that point, it was so late in the day that we were like, oh, mine was not.
William claims that he thought you were wrong, but he was also consuming alcohol, so like his brain might have been slightly addled. Who knows?
If anyone ever wants to question my math, I am wide open for that.
And as we have learned in the past, bad math can't save you from a powerful snitch.
Put that on a shirt.
But bad math also can't always save the snitch.
That's on the back of the shirt.
Despite my best efforts.
This room really needs a lamp. I can't see anything. My advice for anyone watching from home: do not sew with black thread on black fabric in a dark room.
I
A bad idea.
do not sew with black thread in the bathroom.
Oh,
No,
in
black
a dark
thread,
room.
black fabric in a dark room.
Oh, okay.
I feel like sewing in the bathroom might not also be the best idea, but
I
I
mean,
would
there are worse
maybe
places.
agree.
it doesn't seem like a
There-
very conducive environment to sewing.
hey,
Well,
but
some bathrooms are really well lit.
It's true. My room is not well lit, like my standard room. This light is up as high as it goes.
That's why you have 16,000 candles in there, yeah?
I don't know if they really help with visibility though.
Candle, I love
They
that.
do kind
That's
of.
funny. That's great. Oh my god.
Okay,
You
wait.
look super spooky.
so
With the
movement-
candle under your face.
Critical or anything.
Sorry?
Because I just rolled a 6 for movement for my secret. Doesn't add anything.
No, it's just a normal 6, but it's like the highest you can get, so you can take a little bit of pride in that.
Okay.
It's just thrilling.
I'm going to do a ice roll, please.
Be safe.
Ice roll, please.
Again.
And cool. Okay.
Alright, snitch. Adding 2. Okay. Paige and Valerie.
You're up.
Round 7. Okay. What nonsense can we get up to?
Well, Dean could get his hands on that bludger finally.
Ah,
That's one
Indeed.
thing.
should we go for the quaffle up there with them?
Yeah.
Okay. So Bem still has one more move, but we are going to tackle.
Alright.
Bem is strong these days.
Bam has +4 strength. Mandy has +2 agility. Both sides roll d10.
And I also have the quaffle, so +2, right?
That's only for beating, because you can use the ball to block a ball, but you can't use the ball to block a body coming for the ball.
Now with that attitude.
Depends how big your balls are. Depends.
So that is an 8 against a 7, so that is not a tackle. So Mandy gets to keep the quaffle.
Ooh.
Hey.
All right. Bem has one more, so should we move up one? Like here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure they're trying to trick or treat, but like,
Oh, yes. That's
yeah, set up
happening.
in formation for that.
What color is that again?
It's this like bluish purplish, as opposed to the love triangle, which is a pinkish purplish.
Yeah. Okay, well, can we...
So we just used the 4 so far. We could give one of the 2s to Dean and get him to this bludger.
Yeah.
And
Can we push anyone?
we're not really close enough to do any pushing at this point.
Shove.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just move.
Well, I mean, we
the-
could move like Karkaroff down there somewhere, or like up here. And then next turn, if we get some better moves and they haven't already attempted trick or treat, we have both Bem and Karkaroff a little bit closer to attempt to steal that blood or that quaffle back.
Yeah, let's take
Potentially.
Karkaroff into the middle then.
Yeah, so he
Like
could slide
1,
across that way.
2.
Yeah.
I'm sliding.
Slide, please.
Yeah.
Yes,
Nice. No death
Okay.
today. And I was thinking maybe move on free, just like eat. up towards the top hoops a little bit more.
Well, if they're trying to trick or treat, we could just leave her in the center.
Yeah, but like that way, if in the future they go for another goal, she's guarding 2 hoops rather than just 1.
Okay.
All right, Luna. Paige,
Yes.
you're gonna roll for Luna.
Checking a message. Oh, yeah.
Nice. Okay, so to start off with, we could step down here and then do a
Right.
slide up here, and then just kind of start walking over to the snitch, which is
Valerie.
currently up here with Lockhart. Yes.
Valerie.
Yes.
There is another move we could do.
Yes. Feel free to do that one as well.
It's revealing. Like, it's going to use some stuff. Yeah! You didn't see that!
I did, but after I moved, and I was like, I can't go back.
That is decidedly a good option. Yes.
And I was really, really
I am
friggin' hoping
down.
you guys wouldn't think about
I
it.
am down.
Okay, we're going to slide here.
We're gonna do it.
You better hope for some death.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping.
Okay, we're good? Then
Yep.
2, 3, 4, and we're going to slide down.
We're gonna do it.
Okay.
Okay, so what happens here? There's a little special secret that not a lot of people know about.
Pac-Man hole.
It's like Pac-Man. So you know how there's like those 2 entrances on the sides of the game in Pac-Man? That's how these spaces on the edge work.
What?
It's in the rules. It only says like something fun will happen if you use like the pieces on the side to slide. But they had to be. You have to go in from like this angle
Yeah.
or this.
You can't go across it.
Like if you go across
Yep.
straight, you just do that.
Okay.
So that's what's happening here. You just kind of yeet across to the other side. So yeah, that's a fun little bonus thing. Now, not all the teams know about this. Only people who have tried it by accident and found out about it know about it. So
Or who have witnessed another team do it.
So now you know. So yeah, that allows Luna to slide all the way up here, which puts her.
So wouldn't anyone listening to like this recording?
Anyone who actually
Bold of you to
chooses
think people watch our
it
videos.
will notice.
We get like
Yeah.
85 views on a video, and that's a good video. So
Yeah.
usually it's like us watching it back to see if something happened.
Yeah.
And then something special with the snitch. The snitch can land on any player except for a seeker. So the seeker kind of slid on the ice and stopped on the ice because to the seeker, the snitch is a physical barrier.
Okay.
So Luna's here. I'm assuming Luna's going for a grab.
Yes,
That's
please.
That's right. Okay, so what happens here? Luna will add +2 for accuracy, and then add 1 because 1 round has passed since the snitch arrived. So you will add 3 overall against the snitch. That will roll a d20. So both sides roll a d10.
Oh boy.
Come on, Paige.
Okay.
That's it. So
Ah!
that is the game.
Yeah,
Basically, yeah. If so, that turned out to be a 7.
Wait, that's a okay. Tie goes to the attacking.
Yeah. Whenever there's a tie, the tie goes to the attacking player, which in this case was the seeker. So that gives them 30 points. So the final score there is 40 points PatrOWNus, 0 points for Mischief managers. That was a quick game, to be honest.
It was.
Which was a very brief game.
Oh, I goofed.
But it was informative, so it's fine.
And now you know about the secret passageway.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think you're like one of 5 that I know of.